Right now, let's repeat our steps in our basic skin retouch. As you could notice, it's very important how we do this. Maybe if you haven't got in common with high-end beauty retouch, you thought we're going to smooth the skin or something like this, and I believe right now you know it would be a huge mistake, or if not, you will see how we're going to do this at the end. But that's very important thing, to not destroy a skin texture. So I showed you very basic steps how to do this and to not destroy any skin texture, to keep the skin texture actually. So let's see what we did, and I'm going to repeat once again what's the most important steps. When I start the image, the first thing I usually do, I find the main spots. As you could notice, we had a lot of things. If that would be some really nice characteristic thing, I would keep this, but it wasn't really so great. I could keep this two dark spots, and I believe this image maybe would look really nice. It depends for this destination of the image, because there's always a difference if you do editorial, if we do for product or something. So only these two things I could leave. However, I decided to remove in this basic retouch. Of course, it's very important for most of the high-end beauty retouch to sort out the hair, and I showed you probably the easiest technique how to do this. And the next thing that super important, and of course I had some really weird shapes. I don't know if some of you would enjoy this shape, but I decided to change it because I thought it will be much better. And after I did this, I'm absolutely sure it looks so much better, and I'm happy about the shape I've got. And if you have some not really that great shape, and even though if your image has really amazing shape, it's great to shape the face a little bit to make the neck longer. That's just the rule of high-end beauty retouch. We want perfect things, we want beauty things, of course, without overdoing things, because it's not really great, but do really small change to improve the beauty of the model. Of course, I showed you fantastic easy technique, frequency separation, and mostly what I was doing here, you could actually notice I was sorting out just a few shadows, but of course not too much. I even could leave some of the shadows over here, but this part will be we will be working with Dutch and Burn for sure. It's very important to not remove too much. It could happen, and I was very close for it, so keep in mind when you finish your frequency separation, just have a look if it looks alright, if you are happy with this, and if it looks natural. If not, that's the right step to do some changes. And right now we are ready to move on. I'm going to create a stamp on the top because the file size is going to get bigger, so to make my work fluent, I'm going to create a stamp on the top of it. I'm going to call this stamp. And right now, of course, it's a good moment to save the work. Save your work every few steps. It's super important. Just let's do this. And as you can see, it's saving pretty much slow right now. And that's the sign that it's good to do a stamp. If we would keep all of the layers till the end of our retouch would become very difficult and very slow in our halfway. So that's why I'm creating a stamp. And after this, I'm going to remove these layers as my part is already saved, and then I'm going to save this stamp as a new PSD file. And alright, right now our file is saved. I can remove these things, and remember to do a save right now, file, save as, and just add another optional number, and now it's saving way quicker. And in these new sections we're going to work with the details. When I talk about the details, I mean lips, eyes, and of course the nails.